So I'm gonna say the word overhyped.
Okay.
But I want to explore this.
Okay.
This is the question that I posted in the community recently. Daniel Hunter Merritt, if you think you have an unpopular opinion about a very popular bourbon, let's put it in the poll. So bourbons that they see other people loving it and living up to those expectations, that's when things get tricky and they try the thing finally and they just have a glass full of womp womp. And I see this is a perfect snapshot of rule number 1 in the whiskey tribe, in our community.
Best whiskey is the whiskey you like and the way you like to drink it.
Right, so the subjectivity of taste. I am curious to see, going through the overhyped bourbons, which ones also are landing up on the top of the beloved bourbons.
I would say it's probably all of them.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, I think that if we categorize overhype as not worth it, then we're back into subjective territory. Not worth it for what? Not worth it as a bourbon? Not worth it for the amount of money it is demanding now because so many people want it?
Depends on how much money you got,
Why don't we ask this question? If there was something in this bourbon that threw people off, what would it be? Maybe we approach it that way. Right? Like, okay, I could see how in this bourbon, it has this one feature that if you don't like that, you're not gonna like this bourbon.
So let's start with number 5. Oh, dude. Buffalo Trace.
Overhyped.
See?
All right, let's drink some Buffalo Trace.
All right. I actually really enjoy Buffalo Trace.
Oh yeah. And this is why I think we have to recategorize or define hyped.
Let's get into this and see what could people possibly not like about this.
Right.
All right.
Oh, it smells terrible.
It's just pure garbage.
No, I think of the bourbons,
Okay.
Buffalo Trace presents with a really sparkly rye forward note to me.
On the nose, yes.
Very vibrant.
Yes. I've always liked the taste more than the nose. Go ahead.
If what you're looking for is a darker cherry, chocolate, wooden heavy, then you're gonna get to this and think, this is blending into the rye notes a little heavier than those deep, rich, heavy bourbon notes.
For me, it's almost on the nose right now, it's like a sweet eucalyptus.
Yeah.
Right? And to your point, like if you just want those cornerstone bourbon flavors, the cherries and like the cinnamons and the dark brown sugar and the oakiness, that's not on this nose.
And it's there in the palate too. It has that nice little brown sugar thread on the base, but then it's straight into the sparkle and heft and the herbal notes.
There's almost a sweet tea vibe with the sweetened eucalyptus brown sugar. So this is a bourbon that is wildly popular, that kind of gets away from super traditional, super classic flavors of bourbon. If somebody goes into different expectations, then this isn't delivering what they were expecting.
It's a little too sparkly, too dry maybe.
Yeah.
All right, what's number 4?
I like the hell out of it.
You're wrong.
But I do though. So number 4 on this list. How often have we poked fun at the Magnificent Bastards for voting up Wild Turkey 101?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, wildly popular whiskey.
What about Wild Turkey 101? Other than the proof, maybe?
It's not going to be the same thing that they possibly couldn't like about Buffalo Trace.
No.
Because this is going to be those classic
dark brown sugar.
Yeah, the bourbon flavors in there.
Maybe it's the proof.
The
maybe it's a little too punchy.
There's like a dusty peanut in there too.
Now that you said dusty peanut, just as I took a sip, I got chocolate caramel peanuts. So maybe it's that peanut forward note and a little more tannin forward bitey note.
Yeah. A cherry.
And the higher proof.
Cherry mixed in with a sweet tea caramel concoction.
The rye in this isn't coming across as a vibrant sort of herbal note. The rye is coming across as sort of edgy.
Right. I think you alluded to it very briefly, but they're not quite ready for a 101 proof.
Yeah, maybe.
101 proof. I mean, that's a meaningful proof.
It's bold.
And maybe it's people that just are bored with classic bourbon? I don't know. In the comments, each of these, if you're not feeling it, Buffalo Trace and the Wild Turkey 101, what is it you don't like about these? Because that's super interesting to see something is wildly popular, but a handful of people go, okay, cool, let me spend my money. Damn it, I don't like this at all.
Let's see what number 3 is.
Okay. This episode is sponsored by Canva. Now Canva, I've actually used this tool for about 2 years now. About a year ago, I upgraded to the Pro before there was any mention or talk or discussion of the sponsorship, just because it was super useful for the kinds of things that were going on around here. I know I play a mooch on the TV, but I actually do work. Who knew? Canva is a world's leading design platform that basically allows you to create tons of different things, like thumbnails. All the thumbnails that you have seen have been built in Canva Pro, the Facebook banner and the Whiskey Tribe Facebook group, and now they also have some video editing stuff going on. So we're gonna build a thing. I say we. Brianna is gonna build an Instagram video. We did something called Whiskey in 60, just screwing around. Brianna's gonna build it right now. We're gonna see how it goes. Welcome to Whiskey in 60, 60-second whiskey reviews by us on the Whiskey Tribe. The first question is, Glenfiddich 12, is it a banger? Alex, what does Glenfiddich 12 sound like? This has been Whiskey in 60. Thank you, Alex. We now know what Glenfiddich 12 sounds like. And for collective tasting notes, we can see the flavors everybody is experiencing up here. You have the sweet flavors and the malty flavors. And then there's some things I can't say because we get demonetized. But these are... Thank you to Alex for his hand modeling. We learned a lot today. We have the pro account for like a year. That means that I've got Fancy Dan, I've got Brianna, I even got Beater on there for some weird reason. We can share this account for $12.95 a month. Now, because you're here, I'm talking to you, we're doing the thing. You go to canva.me/whiskeytribe. You're gonna get 45 days of pro for free just to try it out and see if it's worthwhile for you. Maker's Mark.
Okay. Oh, okay. I already have a thought on this one, but I'm not going to say it until you get a chance to sip and try and
Sure. I think this is going to have even more cherry than the Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
It's going to be the dense, overly sweet. Right, that wheat component gives it that soft, sweet cherry note.
I hear what you're saying, but if somebody is in bourbon, aren't they already expecting sweetness? I mean, I think sweetness in general is just such a cornerstone of the category.
We didn't get a dominant sweetness from Wild Turkey or Buffalo Trace. I mean, sweeter than malt, sure.
Right.
Sweeter than rye, sure. Maker's Mark is soft and sweet.
It's like a simple syrup mixed with the cherry. Kind of drizzled over an oak stave.
I love it because it's really nice and approachable. And for a bourbon, it's the right amount of sweetness for me. But I can see that if you don't want to go the direction of sugar.
And then, you know what? There's like an antique wood. If somebody considers himself a bourbon lover, they're exploring like the spectrum of bourbon out there. This could come across as pretty predictable and boring.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just boring.
It's not doing anything unexpected or interesting.
Yeah.
Where I think even the Wild Turkey 101, even though that is squarely traditional flavors.
It's got heft.
Yeah, they got heft, they got density, it's saturation, it's rich.
Yeah.
This just has like a nicely balanced, soft presentation of these classic flavors.
All right, what's number 2?
Basil Hayden.
Oh.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Tons of people drink this. I so rarely reach for it because I'm usually doing something new and different and weird that I haven't tried before.
This used to be my go-to bourbon.
Okay, what did you like about it?
I liked that it had all the dark, sweet wood brown sugar notes, but also was a little spicy. I mean, it has a lot of rye in it, but it presents softer.
It's less sweet than Maker's Mark.
I just got watermelon on the nose for some reason. That really freaked me out.
Maybe a little brown sugar.
Watermelon Jolly Rancher.
You got some brown sugar on the watermelon?
Yeah.
I'm getting brown sugar as my front leading flavor. Ooh, and I get like a grassy field. It's a lot of grass.
But see, it has all the sparkle of the rye of Buffalo Trace, but it's got a density to the base notes.
A bit of a sweet eucalyptus that I was getting from the Buffalo Trace. There's an element of that in here, not as much as a Buffalo Trace.
But it's also really gentle on the palate. So what would you not like about this? Maybe the low proof?
You know what, I'm gonna say, again, too soft. If it's too tame, too soft, and you consider yourself, an explorer of the category, I think the reason why this is probably popular is because it is so familiar and comfortable.
Right.
That if you're just looking for something that you just want to pour and enjoy, those bourbon flavors that you have already tried time and time again, you already know you like it.
Right.
If your focus isn't to sit down and pick something apart with the nose and the layers and the finish and all that, that's not going to deliver any kind of funky adventure.
No.
All right, you magnificent bastards. We got a limited edition Whiskey Tribe t-shirt available only this month. Check it out! 8-bit art! How cool! It's available online at the Whiskey Tribe store. In the link below. In the description below. Click it.
I like that. Below me.
Click it.
Below me.
Below me.
No.
Oh no!
We gotta do number 1 now.
This is more than double the result of number 2.
Of course.
Jack Daniel's original.
Oh, that's not a bourbon.
Yeah, but it's a. Hold on though. Are you saying Tennessee whiskey isn't a bourbon?
Yeah. Well, that's what the Tennessee whiskey people say.
But what about all the Nashville people who say?
But TTB says it's a bourbon.
All right, what is TTB for those that don't know?
The federal guidelines.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jack Daniel's, this is wildly popular. It's probably one of the biggest whiskey brands on planet freaking Earth. People, they see the popularity and then they try it and they say, I'm not feeling it.
Okay, I am gonna venture a guess. I think if you approach Jack Daniel's for where it belongs, you are always gonna be pleased.
As a mixer? As a mixer.
No, not necessarily as a mixer, but like as a new entry on rocks or something like that, right? But I think the reason people don't like Jack Daniels is because it's something, as you explore, you tend to outgrow.
I'm trying to give it as fresh and clean and tabula rasa here. Let's just go in.
Yeah,
no expectations. I put my nose in there. Like, I'm not really feeling it.
It's simple, light coconut, brown sugar, caramel.
There's like you know what?
There's a softness.
It's like damp peanut shells. Like peanut shells that have been sitting in a cellar.
I am not getting that.
You ever go in a restaurant where you just crack the peanuts, you just leave it all over there? So that, crank the humidity way up in the restaurant.
See, right now there's a coconut cream note that's
what are you
dominating that for me.
Did you pour yourself something weird?
Evidently. Oh, I taste it though.
Yeah? The peanut.
I taste the
damp peanut
shell.
Yeah,
I gotta agree with this one.
I don't get it. I'm not feeling it. I think one of my first whiskeys probably was, give me a Jack and Coke. Jack and Coke was damn nice at that point in my life. But now, I get it. Yeah. So, wildly popular whiskeys that people tried and they do not like at all.
See, this
can't
makes
stand
sense.
it.
The other four, I just think it's context.
Best whiskey is the whiskey you like to drink the way you like to drink it. No matter how strong of an opinion somebody has about a whiskey, that does not guarantee that you are going to like or hate that whiskey. So you do gotta try things out for yourself. You can find people that have tastes that are parallel to yours for the most part.
Right.
But really, at the end of the day, list episodes are absolutely worthless, only done by hacks who are trying to make easy content to buy themselves some time to have a vacation, maybe a little bit of a life.
Go remind their children who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine called me Steve.
It's too late to correct that now. It's just gonna be awkward.
Right now, we're still doing the continuing project. We're building flavor clouds for the whiskey. I think the number one result in this one was the Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey. So let's build a flavor cloud for Jack Daniel's. Yep, that's happening. There's a link in the description below for you to contribute up to 5 of the biggest flavors you experience in Jack Daniel's, and we're going to be releasing that in some upcoming episodes. A few episodes ago, we did a barrel-aged gin experiment, which turned out really tasty and nice. And so we have it bottled, we have it labeled, and Alex recorded that process, and it turned out to be an amazingly good video, except he used copyrighted music, so we can't put it on YouTube. So now they're gonna do the a cappella version of the video. So you can see at least the video portion a cappella. Brianna, you know what you're doing?
Yeah,
Can you
just found out.
Here we go.
Dun 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 dun.
So fucking stupid, dude.
That was good.
The real version's on Instagram. Don't use copyrighted music.